Look where he ate that, Matt.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this week's video, what you're going to see is my buddy Matt Vera and I were actually out during the first phase of the post-spawn. Fish have just pulled off the bed. We ended up targeting an area where the wind was actually pushing hard into it for 2 or 3 days before. Wind was out of the north. We were fishing on a south bank. Actually a sweet area where it actually gets a little bit deeper, but it still has really tall matted vegetation. A lot of the bluegills were pushing in there eating bugs because they're getting ready to make their move to spawn. Bass just coming off their spawn were actually in there eating bluegills. We're using big punching weights. I'll talk about that and stuff in the video. 1 ounce weights, but actually punching through, and the fish are actually grabbing our baits before they even get halfway down the water column. It was a pretty sweet bite that we fell on, and I thought it would be a great learning tool for you guys out there that fish have grass lakes or actually have thick matted vegetation. As soon as that creates a canopy and stuff like that, there are going to be all kinds of fish under there, and you can catch them there until those weeds either burn off and leave for the year, or the water gets too hot and the lack of oxygen in there that moves majority of the fish off into the deep end. So I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for watching. Third drop. Look at that fatty. Out here punching a 1 ounce swagger tackle, swagger tungsten weight, Preston Outdoors 4-inch creature bait, and the Cast King Speed Demon Elite punching rod. That's what we're looking for. Fit that hole 3 feet closer to me. Now kind of do line. You have to shake it sometimes for it to fall through. But instead of reeling all the way up to flip in again, I'll do that. That fish that bit was right next to the boat. I don't know if it's a bluegill or what. Like I said, one of these times you're just gonna pull. You're gonna lift slowly, and it's gonna start pulling back. That's when you just set into them. And then once you set into them, you got to use every little or big muscle you got to get that fish on top of the water. Otherwise, he's just gonna own you. Then you're gonna get him up, and he's gonna be a 2-pounder, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? Yeah, and it'll take a while. It took me forever to figure this out, but oh, there's a bite. This scenario that we came across here in this video is actually a lot different than the other videos that you've seen so far this year. Everything was post-spawn. There was no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Did not matter. These fish were shallow to eat bluegill, to feed up after their stressful time of spawning, but also they're up there guarding fry. I was actually able to witness some fish that were actually guarding balls of their fry to help protect them. Mostly were the males that we were able to get to bite, but there was some females in there that just wouldn't bite any of our presentations. One of the coolest times I've ever been able to see do this. So this is totally different than some of these tactics, but we're using heavier gear, punching thick and matted vegetation was really, really hot, and we were able to catch a lot of fish. The camera got all that us talking about this fish. We watched him swim off. Matt goes, he's right back in his hole. So I dropped it down. He can see us. He's like right over the edge. Dropped it down with this 1 ounce weight, and it swam past him. Like I didn't drop it in the weeds and hung it. I hopped it over the weeds and fell down into this hole. The fish literally turned, dove, lift up, had it on there. Oh, get him up, man. Lift. Sling him in here. Doubled up. That's probably the one we saw swimming on the surface.
Yeah, it is. Has to be.
Doubled up in the thick nasty. Got her. No. Got her. Watch out. Get on the camera. Got the male. Got the male. One thing about post spawn here is we literally saw There's fry out here. This is my first ever fry garter fish. Never caught a fish that's actually actively guarding fry that I can see. So they've probably done it before. But there's a big female down there and there's a male. They're chasing out bluegills and we're trying everything. Spinnerbait through there. Nothing. Top water, Matt's on a jerk baits. And then finally I put on the Preston Outdoors jig. It's my homemade brush jig. Kind of looks like a bluegill, and I started stroking it, and all of a sudden I pull up and I got the male. That's freaking awesome. Now we can see if you get the female. She's easily over 4 pounds. Matt just got her. Matt just got her. That's not the same one.
Nope. That is not the male.
That is not the female.
No, it's another male.
Just T-bone. There might be more fry out there. Oh, I thought you had her. I just turned the camera off to save.
Go step up.
I just turned the camera off to save that last clip. And Matt sets the hook. That's another male. So there we might be in a little area where they just got off the beds because of this warm weather we're having. And the fry, we did see one up in the weeds trying to guard fry. But there might be a couple more groups out here. It's a nice fish. Nice. Oh my gosh, right there.
Oh, you're already in there.
Right there. See where the bubbles are? Go right in that hole. Get off the power pole. Dag nabbit. He ate it off the surface.
What were you doing?
Set the hook. I felt it and he was swimming with it. It just had fallen through. Got it again. Look at my tip. Don't set the hook hard when you're punching. Just sweep into them. Ouch. Come on. Don't you want to be showing off on the camera a little bit? You made me fish for you twice. You set the hook too hard. These big weights. I was telling Matthew earlier. The big weights open up the fish's mouth. Imagine this. It's in the fish's mouth. My thumb is the weight. It's closed on it, and all of a sudden you jerk it. That weight comes out. This big weight comes out of the mouth, opens them up. The bait kind of follows. You might hook them a little bit, but remember this hook is hidden. You won't hook them. If you put tension on the reel rod, so if I'm out there, I'm wiggling, it goes, toom, reel down, lift up, see if he's there, and then I'll just pull into him and crank him to the surface. You'll get a lot better hookup ratio. Don't jack on a hook set. That's exactly why you don't do that.
Well, do what you preach.
God dang it, Matthew. That is why you do not set the hook. Did you hear me say that? I said that before the fish even got in. Dang it.
You said that like 5, 6 times.
It scared the bejesus out of me. Dang it. Oh, get on. Pull, pull. No. Oh. Go to the front of the boat. On the front of the boat. Matt, go to the front of the boat. Ah! Both flip them. Holy frick, Matthew. Holy cow. I didn't think it was that big. Here. Show that hook to the camera. Hang on. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I wasn't running.
No!
I'm just kidding. It is protecting something. I just don't know what it is. If it was a bed, we could drop stuff on the bed. So here we ran across a fish that was literally spinning circles. I don't know if she had fry or he had fry in the weeds that we couldn't see, but it was actually spinning circles and protecting an area which basically looked like she was protecting a bed from bluegills. We threw everything at that fish until finally I was able to get her on a jerkbait. Otherwise, she would not touch a single thing.
No!
No! No! No! Ouch!
Ah! You threw the spine?
Yep. We got her. Matt's jerkbait. Him, her, whatever it is. God, I thought that was bigger down there.
It looks so much bigger.
But that fish is literally swimming back and forth. I don't know if we've been here longer than 5 minutes, but
Oh yeah.
I'll cut this off here. So this fish is just sitting there. We drive over top of it by accident, and then we've seen some fry garters, and we threw a jig. Matt threw buzzbait. He threw his jerkbait, and he's like, "Here, you throw your jerkbait." So I've been throwing it for the last like 10 minutes. He threw the buzzbait in there, and then all of a sudden threw the jerkbait in there a couple times, or just twitched it, but you couldn't twitch it a lot. And he came up and just bumped it, and I was able to catch her. It's probably a male, but we got him in. Skinny. I don't know if this is protecting fry or what. There's no bed there, so I don't know why they keep swimming in a circle. And the way we really noticed it was kept chasing off bluegill, so I don't know what's going on with that one. Hope you guys were able to learn something there. We were targeting, like I said, post-spawn largemouth that were definitely feeding up on the bluegill. That was their feed source. So when you come across this in your lake, pond, river, reservoir, whatever body of water that you're fishing, after the spawn is over, those fish want to feed, and that's exactly what you need to look for. So hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to Preston Outdoors.